What's going on, folks? Your boy may or may not have thought he was live and didn't realize he wasn't live. But that's probably not what happened. That would just be silliness. Okay. We've got to get some folks in here. Yesterday, we got to the bottom of the future of what we're working on, but also explaining hemp and cannabis. And it is still people not understanding, but we're going to get through it a lot quicker today. Roy, what's up, dude? Roy's the man. Roy, I don't know why, I can't figure out why your email is not showing up on the damn, for the Alliance meeting tomorrow. I need to figure this out. Text me with your email. I need to do something else. It's not letting me send it to you. I'm typing it wrong. I don't know. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., Alliance meeting. We are forming the Alliance. Nobody is slowing down legalization efforts or like trying to dial things in, okay? But I also get frustrated when people don't understand what hemp and cannabis is right now, because that's exactly what we're dealing with. So please, take people who don't understand. We're going to go through this in the quickest way possible. Apologize for being late to the show. Totally thought I was live, and then realized I did not hit the go live button. Now, I was like 10 minutes late, so I wasn't there very long. So just calm down, unless some of you get all excited. I was trying my best. What can I do other than try my best? We're going to tag the followers to see if they pop on. And I hope some of them yell at us. I don't like taking you guys with that, but you got to do what you got to do, man. Class is in session. Beans is the teacher. Grab some paperwork or grab some notebooks. I'll bring the paperwork. You were taking notes. Mohegan. Look at him. He's all over. I love it. What's up, dude? All right. So real quick, just because people are saying, people are always saying some stuff, dude. Just will share this. Did not know that this was a thing. And it was just kind of interesting to me. So, am I on the right page? Come on, folks. I'm good, Andy. How are you doing? Dude, Snoop Dogg is selling THCA flower. Snoop Dogg is selling THCA flower. THCA flower is not, if you don't understand yet that it's not the hemp you think that is CBD to be. Hemp is not hemp anymore, folks. And we need to just understand that. We are still full throttle on legalization. We got our big Alliance meeting tomorrow. I got all kinds of notes going for that. It's a lot. But we need to understand cannabis when we're talking about it. We're advocates. We're talking about it. So, real quick here, we're going to just give you a quick tour of, again, we are fighting for legalization. 100,000%. Nobody's saying we are good enough. And we are working tirelessly with this Alliance. It is dope. I'll show you that in a second. But, all right, back to this. Snoop Dogg is not rolling out CBD flower to your house and telling you that, hey, this is the stuff, this is what I smoke, and I can ship it to your house. Snoop Dogg is launching a line of this stuff, guys. Okay? Snoop Dogg ain't, if hemp were CBD flower, Snoop Dogg ain't got time to mess with that. Exactly. Hemp is cannabis. And, again, people have said, well, I tried hemp and it didn't work. The stuff you had then was your old hemp. Hemp has changed. The definition of hemp has been re-understood, if that makes sense. So, yeah, starting, I think it's tomorrow, you're going to be able to go on here and buy an eighth of THCA flower and get this sent right to your house. But the Delta 9 percentage tested is none detected of your regular THC. Why? Because it's all THCA until you light it on fire. It's crazy. Snoop Dogg is not going to waste. Snoop Dogg doesn't have enough time to do this if this is CBD hemp. He doesn't have time. It's not worth his time. Snoop Dogg is going to be sending you, he says, what he smokes, he's going to be selling. And he'll be able to deliver it to your doorstep. Why? Because it's hemp. Crazy. Because the package says it's hemp, so it's hemp. If the package says it wasn't hemp, if the package said there was Delta-9 detected, he can't ship it to your doorstep. He can't have an online store. He can't sell it in Wisconsin. But if the packaging says it's hemp, it was tested legally at a federal protection level and classified as hemp. How can hemp change? Hemp is hemp. You can't say, oh, it is hemp, and then it turns into cannabis. No, it's got to be one thing. And right now, it's hemp. The flower is hemp. It is mind-boggling. It is confusing. It is not our main focus with legalization efforts and everything in the state. To show you what we're working on with that, I will, but I also want to just make sure the people who don't, when we're talking about this plant that we're all smoking, we need to be on the same page. It's cannabis. If it does what you want it to do and it's flower and you like it, that is cannabis. Okay? Not by the government's definition, but by our definition. We are cannabis consumers. We're nothing else. We like cannabis. It's a plant. Any plant that is in a legal state, right? You're legal that you can't buy here. If it would have been tested at the right time, it would be considered hemp on a federal and state level. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what's happening. Hemp is not hemp anymore. It is not. Snoop Dogg is not selling hemp. Snoop Dogg is about to be selling hemp and shipping it to your door because he's got lawyers that say, yes, that is the definition. It is technically hemp. Mind-boggling. Dylan's in the house. What's up, man? But this is not our main focus. We are not saying just support these places and don't go to legalization. No, I only know one place that's doing it super legit so far that I've been able to also vet. I've got a lot of businesses that stepped up and they seem to be doing it right. So I'm super excited to work with them and just verify. Like, I've been in this industry before when there's a lot of shady stuff with Delta-8 and all that. So I just need a little more vetting before I give it a full stamp of approval. If you look at what they're selling, it looks gorgeous. It looks like the same stuff I'm getting in Michigan. If you go to a vetted place. Again, gas stations can still be doing this, selling this stuff. So you go to a gas station, you're not going to get Snoop Dogg cannabis. You're going to get pee-pee foo-foo cannabis. Like, your dog doesn't even want to sniff this because it's a weird smell cannabis. Because there's nobody checking it. Anywhere along the line, production, it gets checked once before it's even harvested. Okay, and now it's federally protected. So long as it stays that through the line of production. And it does unless it gets tested again. The most bizarre thing ever, folks. But this is not our main focus. We need to do better. I'm just letting you know, if you're looking for flour and you're still driving to Michigan, just save a couple dollars until we figure this out. And again, these folks are doing it the right way. But again, the nonprofit is the main focus of what's happening. The Wisconsin Cannabis Safety Alliance is full throttle ahead. Again, this is a united front. This has not happened in the state yet. Not like this. We're forming a board, right? We've got the 3 board members and myself. I was looking at being executive director, but I need to be the president to make. I mean, it makes sense. I don't want to get off topic again and get into that, but it's crazy. We've got the 3 board members and I, and we spent a couple hours. Again, some of you heard this last night, so I apologize. But we spent a couple hours over the weekend just putting our time in because we know it's important and we know everyone's busy. But here are the subcommittees that we're looking at having a part of this alliance, right? So you got the cannabis businesses, the veterans, social equity. All these would have a voice at the table. Medical and pharmaceuticals committee, financial industry committee, advocacy committee, marketing committee, agriculture committee. We are not slowing down on our legalization efforts. We are never had more gas on the fire. So please understand that. Why am I so small again? I hate this computer. Oh, because now you guys probably can't see that. Well, I'm reading it to you if you can't see it. Why is it weird like that? Oh, would somebody hire somebody who knows what they're doing with? There we go. That's better. We are forming this tomorrow. It's crazy. There's so much happening right now. But again, Snoop Dogg is not selling CBD. Snoop Dogg doesn't have time to be selling CBD, folks. But Snoop Dogg is launching a hemp store, and he's going to be delivering THCA flower right to your house. And guess what? Yeah, it is cannabis. It is cannabis. But to say that we're at all saying that this is enough, absolutely not. We are needing way more. That's why this committee is so big, this alliance. That we finally are going to have advocacy that is like a volunteer. You get a packet and you can get boots on the ground. Hey, Emily, somebody's got to keep the class in session. Because again, this thing right here that Snoop is shipping to your house, legally, protect it. If you peel the labels off of it and you're in Michigan, you're going to get busted. Well, wait, if you bought it in Michigan and it was labeled Michigan and you're in Wisconsin, you're in trouble because you can't have not hemp. But if that same product says it's hemp, you can buy it and bring it to your house legally. It is just bizarre. The most bizarre time to be alive when it comes to what is happening with cannabis and why everybody in the industry is kind of freaking the freak out. Because it's like, so wait, there are California mega companies, like the Walmarts of weed in legal states are talking about opening in Wisconsin. Why? Because it's cheaper. There's no regulation. Nobody tell you what you can do, what you can't do, and even Snoop Dogg can mail it to your door. Bro, I'm not kidding. Hey, when this goes live, we're going to order it from Bobby Beans, and we're going to see if it's hemp or if it's cannabis. I will be the guinea pig, and it don't take much to know if it's working. Bobby Beans is a lightweight, and that's just how it is, folks. Not on the scale. Not a lightweight on the scale when it comes to gummies, okay? And a lot of you get confused because I look skinny again today. Legalization is 100% our goal because legalization means people are out of jail. It means we're giving back to the minority communities because our farmers are growing this, because it's at our farmers markets. That's what legalization looks like to me. We all have different visions of what anything is. So I just want to be fair with that. I get people telling me I got a big head. I got Wisconsin businesses saying I got a big head because I'm saying, hey, we got to do better. Okay, we can't just say, oh, it's good enough. Where I'm getting it from, it's good, man, I promise. I'm not saying you have to be transparent, but you got to do a little better. Got to do better. Yeah, exactly, dude. But again, it is going to go away fast when Snoop Dogg is shipping it to your doorstep. You don't think somebody somewhere is going to, you think this is going to go over no problemo? That would be cool for all of us. But I guarantee you, within a year, Snoop Dogg might take this whole THCA thing down because of how popular this is going to be. You can buy Snoop Dogg's weed to ship it to your house legally. This is just mind-boggling. I don't even know what to tell you, folks. Imagine being alive when it's like Johnny Cash or Bob Marley, and they're shipping weed to your house legally. That is happening now. Snoop Dogg is our Bob Marley, bro. And he's shipping weed to our house. And people are saying, it's hemp, it's hemp. We want it to be hemp. We want it to be hemp because all hemp means right now is that's what the packaging says. That is it. That is all hemp is today. Hemp is not CBD. Hemp is not No, hemp is the packaging. And Wisconsin businesses are trying to figure out how to get that quality to you legally. But clearly they're going to figure something out because Snoop did, and he's mailing it to your house. Okay. I'm not pitching THCA is the answer for all things. No. But it is a hot topic. This is going to be on every news channel ever one day. Snoop Dogg melts products in the mail legally because he calls it hemp. That's going to be what the news writes someday when they figure it out. Folks, I've been understanding this for over a year and just like it didn't really matter. But now with how much traction it's getting, and we just need to make sure we're talking about that. But legalization is all of our goals. We are working hard. We have all those subcommittees that we're forming tomorrow for advocacy, medical professionals. We are starting the Cannabis Safety Alliance. Your boy is the president because I need to focus on something. I've been running around. It's hard to keep everything together, but I know somebody needs to be touching all these bases. So I keep trying to cover all these bases because I couldn't have an advocacy group because I didn't have a nonprofit because I didn't know who to put on a board that I could trust. Because when you have a nonprofit, you have to have a board. I found that out. So Let's Legalize Wisconsin has just been this little LLC, me volunteering my time, which I'm all for because I get to meet you guys. Okay? And, but I'm to the point, we've got enough support. Thank God for you people. Thank God for social media. We've got enough support. I need to focus on keeping this organized look to everybody else, the public, right? You guys are hopefully starting to understand me, where my heart's at. And this alliance is too. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of these folks are showing up. And we all have the same vision. The same vision you guys have. The flower you're looking for, whether you call it hemp or cannabis, is the same flower we like to smoke, whether you call it hemp or cannabis. Nobody likes bunk weed. Nobody likes chicken fried weed. Nobody likes sprayed weed. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants that. How did I end up on that rant? Wow. Pete, where were we? But yeah, it's a great loophole, but we still have so far to go because people are in jail for it. We are not slowing down our legalization, whatever we call it. Our cannabis freedom. That's what we should call it. Instead of legalization, because some folks are like, well, I don't want them to I get that. But that's what the government calls it. They call it legalization. When people can stop going to jail for it, when we can give back to the minority communities, when we can help the farmers, when we can help the Wisconsin growers, when we can have the quality product. The only way that happens is if this missile, whatever it is, I was calling it the Titanic, and I said I knew there was going to be an iceberg, but I'm not scared. But I feel like that iceberg has gotten big enough that we're hopping off the Titanic at a safe. I mean, we don't know if there's an iceberg, but we're going to play it safe. We're going to hop off onto a lifeboat, and this lifeboat is now being built up. Okay, but this thing can maneuver. So if there is a big iceberg, the Safety Alliance is ready. Right? The Safety Alliance. What part of cannabis legalization, Mr. Voss, would you like to pick apart? How about the nurses? How about how legalization can help funding the schools, public advocacy, the veterans? There's going to be a veterans representative from Balanced Veterans Network. Shout out to Eric, my boy. Where are you going to pick this thing apart, folks? It is the community leaders at the table of this Cannabis Safety Alliance. And again, people are like, hey, so you're not even worried about legalization. That is what I'm doing 9 to 5 right now, is working on this layout for the different subcommittees that we need to make sure we have on this alliance. The alliance is the main thing. The alliance is more important than THCA right now. But we all need to understand THCA and hemp, because right now, that's what we're focusing on in the comments. We should not be. Okay? Don't let us get distracted. Hemp is a good thing. Hemp is the packaging. Snoop is sending it to your house. But if he could have that same thing in Michigan and sell it out of a dispensary as marijuana. The same flower inside, the same exact strain, genetics, the same piece. That same bud off the same cola that he can deliver to your doorstep as hemp. If he took it out of the container, went to Michigan in a dispensary, put it behind a counter, and you bought it in a different package, and you go to take it home and you get pulled over, they're taking the package from you. But if you order it to your doorstep as hemp, nobody's taking it from you. That's the easiest way to explain it, because now I can prove it to you. Snoop Dogg is not selling CBD flower. Yes, we are, Eric. Eric does great things. He makes great products. We dropped the hoodies off at Soul Purpose today in Green Bay. If you're in Green Bay and you want the dopest Christmas present around, they're no longer available online, folks. Unfortunately, they are available, though, at the freaking mall, the Green Bay Plaza, at Soul Purpose, right next to Kohl's. There's 70 hooded sweatshirts there. You won't find a better material. The pocket is double stitched, which the Beans needs. Because, man, I call more plays out of this thing than Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl. Bro, I love having my hands in here. It is so warm. I took Max for a walk, and I had the little leash, the retractable, with just like kind of coming out my pocket, and I'm holding my hands in here. And I'm like, oh, dang, it's cold. But, boy, my boy's hoodie kept me warm. Bro, if that ain't a plug, hey, you owe me like $100. Because, I mean, his stuff's good, but it ain't that good. It's the best sweater, but I'm just saying it's not a winter jacket. But, bro, I was out there repping it, and I'm like, I sell these things, man. I got to prove they can hold the cold. Dan, I'm doing well, sir. Who changed the definition? The definition didn't change, and that's the only thing that has stopped anything from putting a kibosh to this. Again, you'll remember the video. We're going to use their words against them. We're going to use the law against them. This was written in 2018. The definition was written in 2018. It wasn't deciphered until about 2 years ago, and it hasn't been dialed in until recently, where it's like, no, this is THCA is the best thing to ever happen to cannabis as of right now. Because once they realized, well, wait a second, the government says the spiciness is what's inside of the pepper. But before you eat the pepper, there's no spice. If you hold it in your hand, there's no spice in the pepper. So the interpretation and understanding of the law bit them in the ass. They don't know what to do right now. So it's crazy. The 19th is my birthday. I hope there's one left at Soul Purpose. Let's go, Daddy. It's rolling time. Let's go. Francine, are you on the mailing list for the Alliance tomorrow? We need to get you in there. It's crazy the amount of folks that we've got coming to the table. Financial industry, advocacy, marketing, agriculture committee, farmers. We need to all stick together. And who's going to mess with us? Bring it on. Like right now, the group that we've assembled between you people, this alliance, what's happened? Snoop Dogg is selling the flower that we're selling in Wisconsin. That is supporting us, folks. That is showing support. I mean, he's taking from the market share, which is not cool. So don't buy a bunch of it. Let me buy his. I'll try it. And let me explain to you guys that night when we get it in here. Let me explain to you how this all works. Snoop Dogg is not sending hemp to your doorstep. Snoop Dogg is sending weed to your doorstep that's labeled hemp. Just please understand that. Francine, I'm going to add you to it right now before I forget, because I am not in the state of mind to remember a damn thing as we speak. Google Workspace, we got event. Guys, look at how many people are coming to the Alliance meeting tomorrow. Okay. Where's my calendar? Bro, all these icons are looking the same. Calendar is now available in dark mode. Okay. Gotta get to Francine, which is tomorrow. All right, edit. Let's see if I got your email in here, Francine. We have 50 guests. Jeez. Francine, what's your email? Francine. Yeah, I don't have it in here. I hope not. I have to drive to home. Hey, Brendan, I'm doing pretty well. Bro, did you see this, Brendan? Did you see this? Snoop Dogg opens online shop shipping THCA to doorsteps. What? Snoop Dogg? I'm explaining to these folks. This is like Bob Marley in the thick of it, trying to like spread the love. And all of a sudden he realizes, hey, if I call this stuff hemp, we can start mailing it to everyone across the U.S. That's what's happening. Literally. How is there not somebody making a documentary about what's happening? It's the wildest thing ever. But this alliance is not just about that. I'm just focusing on THCA and hemp because we need to all just understand what we're talking about. It's been so confused for so long. This is everything the alliance, the legalization efforts at its highest peak. We got this board tomorrow where we're voting on these subcommittees to add to the alliance. The cannabis businesses, we need their voice. The Veterans Committee, shout out to Eric. Social Equity Committee, Medical and Pharmaceuticals Committee, Financial Industry Committee, Advocacy Committee, Marketing Committee, Agriculture Committee. We are adding that to the alliance tomorrow. How badass is that? The government, the government doesn't know what to do in the state of Wisconsin with THCA, so they have to try to figure out something there. They have to kind of put their efforts there. In the meantime, the super team is assembling here. Super team assembling while they're tying their shoes in the locker room at the Capitol. And when they come out ready to ball, we are ready to ball. As long as these folks stick together and you guys got to stay a part of this. You got to trust us. You got to believe us. If we were a politician, we wouldn't have said a word yet with everything we've done. We wouldn't be telling you about THCA. We'd be quiet. We wouldn't talk about anything because we don't know what we can say right now because this is quite the predicament we find ourselves in. Snoop Dogg is now mailing this stuff to the consumers of Wisconsin. Do you think we should do something, Mr. Voss? I don't know what the hell to say about that. I'm really confused. And Voss, you should be confused. The cannabis people are confused. But don't try writing some bill to try and fix this without talking to the community. We are the community. Doctors, farmers, lawyers, everything. We're normal folks. Yes, we can, Tammy, definitely. And actually, if you could remind me in tomorrow's meeting, because we'll have Kayla there, and she's awesome. She's so a shop owner in Wisconsin. They all are awesome. They're trying to figure it out. She's offering her social media team to help us marketing, and so she would probably have that together in like 2 seconds. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Good point, Eric. I will bet you $1 million that your package from Snoop Dogg, your package from Snoop Dogg with hemp, okay, I guarantee you it will be sent to you USPS. That's just or I shouldn't guarantee it. That's going to be my assumption. It's going to come normal mail. Why? Because the United States Postal Service can't confiscate a package without a federal warrant. So your state level can't be messing with it. So I will bet $100 to anybody who wants to bet, put $100 up to it, that when this launches with Snoop Dogg later this week, I think it's later this week, he's going to be shipping USPS because he is shipping weed to your house and is protected at a federal level. Because as long as that says hemp and he ships at USPS, he can sell you weed. What a time to be alive. Everybody's watching Wisconsin, every legal state. It's just, and we have the super team, the dream team, agriculture, marketing, advocacy, financial, medical and pharmaceutical, social equity, veterans, cannabis businesses, subcommittees we're voting on tomorrow to add to the voice of the Wisconsin Cannabis Safety Alliance. And we have people to fill these roles immediately. We have Lucy the RN. She's thebomb.com. It would take me forever to explain the amount of awesomeness at this table. That it's just crazy. You can send UPS if you have a special hemp permit with UPS. Yeah, but then UPS, then the state can check it out. I ain't sending UPS. I ain't messing with that. I want the federal protection. Because remember, Tammy, you're protected by the federal protection of the Farm Bill. So you probably could figure it out UPS and probably be good. But I am going the Farm Bill route, and I'm going USPS. If you got problems with what I did, sir, officer, yeah, we're going to have to take this to the federal level. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Snoop Dogg, in breaking news, Snoop Dogg is now mailing THCA flower to your house any day now. It is not hemp once you open it, but it's so long as it's on its way to you, folks, it's hemp. It's bizarre is all I got for you, folks. It's the most bizarre thing ever. Snoop Dogg is not sending CBD flower to your house, folks. Snoop Dogg is now going to be sending weed to your house. Hey. What a time to be alive, I'm telling you. But again, that is not saying we are kosher, good to go. Until people are not going to jail for it, until you can grow it at home, it's got to be a fair amount of plants. So don't be coming at me with no 6 plants. No. We need 24 plants. Maybe we do 20 if you're lucky. They should be unlimited. So we're working with you here, man. Trying to be real. Trying to keep it fair. And there's got to be some kind of testing for officers. Got to be able to say it was drinking or consumption. There just has to be like some new wording and some laws. But this ain't stuff that should have taken this long, and they all know that. So the fact that nobody is working towards these changes with the public, it's awesome if you're working on it. But if you're working on it behind doors, no, that means you're working on getting your money in your pockets because you're scared to talk to the public about it. Yeah, I mess up a lot of stuff. I overpromise and underdeliver sometimes, but I 100% all the time have the intent of doing exactly what I say. And that needs to stay that way. And that's why I'm ready to be the president of this thing. And because there just needs to be this unbiased, not tied into profits anywhere along the line as far as the product we're selling, which is cannabis. Like, yes, I need to make $5 off of a hoodie to have some kind of an income right now, because otherwise, shout out to Ignite Dispensary for sure for being the sponsor. But short of that, little deal we've got, yeah, I need to sell a couple of these things. Like, I'm not trying to screw anybody over. That in my opinion, this table with all these awesome subcommittees can stick together so long as the people running it are in it from their heart and nothing else. It has to be that way. Otherwise, it all starts getting, now we need, it just gets, you guys know, right? At the moment we start working completely in silence, we went to the dark side. Keep asking questions. I try to share with you exactly what we're talking about in these meetings. Why is it not that way with whatever these politicians are working on? Why is everything happening behind closed doors? Why are they afraid to come online and just go over their notes with you? Why don't they take questions from the public? You guys in your comments. Why? What's... I'm sorry. Oh, hang on. Let's get ready to rumble! That's what I'm saying we do with the politicians. Time to tussle a little bit. Once this alliance is up and running, which I swear I hope is tomorrow. It's our 4th meeting, but we're trying to do this the fair and right way. And I'm learning about bylaws, me laws, hee-haws. Bro, it is some intense stuff, this whole having to have a meeting and but we want as many voices as possible as there. 50 people tomorrow are invited. 50 people are going to be on this Zoom call. It's crazy. You can't even, we have to raise hands so we know who's trying to talk next. That many people want to be a part of this. You guys want to be a part of this. They're going to come after us any day now, folks. They are standing behind the barriers, right? They're getting ready to penetrate our castle. Golly. Oh, man. Just when I start going on a good, then I got to throw in something like penetration. And then I am still a kid, and that makes me chuckle, and then I completely lose my train of thought. However, we are in the castle. They're about to penetrate. We need to make sure our wall is as thick and strong as it can be before they try to penetrate. I don't want to be in office. I was asked to run for state senate yesterday. To run for a state senate as a state senator with a party backing. being told that, right? Well, no, I didn't say that. I was offered a legit shot at state senator. This alliance loses everything if I do that. This alliance needs a president whose complete focus is talking to you, the people. Need to yes, I look and do some crazy stuff, and I say I'm going to go a place, and I don't make it, or I'm late, but it's only, I am 100% always thinking I'm going to do 100% of what I say. I am trying to do every single thing I can to grow everything around cannabis knowledge, around you guys, around building this table for the Alliance. That has been my volunteered full-time position for over a year, and I would do it any day of the week. Not even that. Just that is me. That's what I want to do. I didn't even think this last year was possible. If I can figure out a way to make a living wage, like, I ain't looking for a mansion, bro. Don't need a mansion. That's just more problems, more politics, because then the neighbors are more ritzy. Bro, I like my rednecks. Or not even redneck. I like chill people. I don't want to deal with the hoity-toities. That's not me. I want to be with the people. That's my only vision. And I can tell you, folks, from just what I've been trying to keep together over the last week, if I had one other side job, I couldn't even Uber. I was doing Ubering a couple nights a week, just for a couple hours, handing out flyers, right, to help with the bills. And my resource has been built. What I can offer has been built. I can offer the voice of the people, the education. I can get the education to the folks. I can get, anytime something happens, boom, we can get it to the people. We don't have to go to a news station. We don't have to wait to see if the editor-in-chief approves of a letter saying that, yeah, we can run with that story. That's what they're all going to have to deal with. We don't. We have a powerhouse, and each and every single one of you are a part of that. And I am super excited to add to that. Danny's in Madison. So you would probably be looking to do the advocacy committee. If you go to Green WI, or no, it's makewilegal.org. There's an advocacy form. If you fill that out, we're going to have advocates joining the live tomorrow as far as the meeting goes, because we're looking at the advocacy subcommittees. So it'd be a great chance for you to get your feet wet. Where's Dino's this? Oh, anyway, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, absolutely, you can. That's how the rare cancer comes. Oh, that's not cool. Yeah, you can definitely share a link. But again, Snoop Dogg, send a weed to your house. As long as it's called hemp, it's legal. Until you take it out of that jar and it turns into marijuana by the definition of the law. I'll head to a friend. Oh, awesome. Yeah. And marketing. Yeah, we can definitely use as much help with marketing as we can. So, Cannabis Safety Alliance, full throttle ahead. Big day tomorrow. Voting on some subcommittees, voting on the presidency and where the roles lay. And it's going to be a full table again, and we're setting it in motion. So appreciate everybody. Thank you for another night with the beans, teaching it up. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye, beans. Out of here.